My most memorable connection with EJN was the trip to Trinidad and Tobago in 2018 to attend the Latin American Congress on Conservation Biology. It was a fantastic experience. I developed new sources among the scientists and the NGO representatives that attended this Congress, and I learned that our environmental problems are pretty much similar and pretty much interconnected in our region in Latin America and the Caribbean. And I met fantastic people among the journalists who traveled with me, and I actually now keep the relationship with them, and we help each other in some stories we write.
My name is Wang Yan. I work for News China magazine based in Beijing. I have been granted with a couple of grants as well as a few fellowship programs offered by EJN. I have to say, through the fellowship programs, I have been able to cover a lot of issues which I might not be able to cover. Thus, EJN is really very, very supportive in supporting environment journalists to explore the wider world of environment issues.
Sundarbans. This is the world's largest mangrove forest, and thanks to EJN in 2018, with my colleagues in Bangladesh, I had the opportunity to train citizen and mainstream local journalists about community storytelling and ocean literacy in this coastal region. We conducted field workshops and ran a collaborative newsroom. Now, trained community members are able to explore the connections between the ocean and human well-being, to investigate the human dimensions of conservation and climate, and to tell the human stories. As part of the project, we have published the guidebook on the essential principles and fundamental concepts of Bay of Bengal literacy, and established a regional ocean literacy network involving organizations from the other Bay of Bengal countries.
In my daily reporting, being a reporter of the Ganashakti India, the newspaper, we have to deal with different situations in local and adverse policy decisions. But EJN has taken the framework to work how to do the reporting actually in scientific manner.
The most important impact of EJN was the motivation to start. The effectiveness of InfoAmazonia and all other info platforms motivated us to create Info São Francisco related to São Francisco Basin. Info São Francisco was done with the technical support of InfoAmazonia. Simultaneously, we started organizing our geo-journalist network along the Rio São Francisco riversides. Info São Francisco was built having in mind a future expansion to the other regions of São Francisco. At present, it's one of our most important projects.
The first time I came in contact with Earth Journalism Network was 2015, when I was given a fellowship to attend the UN conference on climate change. So this was in France, and I met very good people from Earth Journalism Network who were introduced to geojournalism. So after this conference, I came back to Uganda and worked with the journalists from the US, and we launched a geojournalism platform called InfoNile. Now at InfoNile, at the end of this year, we'll have given over 100 journalists grants to do geojournalism stories in the Nile Basin. This is a very good opportunity that I got from Earth Journalism Network, and I think I am what I am right now because of Earth Journalism Network. They are very good people.
Every year, Earth Journalism Network, or EJN, support us with programs, grants, training, and fellowship. I, as journalist, also have very good experience with the EJN. In 2007, I got CCMP Fellowship, or Climate Change Media Partner. This program opened my eyes that environmental issue is the most important problem on the earth. Why? Because we only have one planet. Happy birthday, Earth Journalism Network. Wish you all the best and always support the environmental journalism.
I attended a press conference organized by the EJNet, and I was impressed and attracted to the training of journalists on climate change issues because it's a global problem. The following year, 2017, I applied to attend the 23rd session in Bonn, Germany through the EJN and I was selected. I got empowered through the fellowship training program in Germany.
I first knew EJN 10 years ago when they invited me to go to the Climate Change Summit in Copenhagen. Ever since, I have worked with EJN in different projects. With time, I became one of their editors and also one of their mentors. And as a mentor, I created a group with my students in Cartagena. It was a group called Yucapela, an amazing experience for my students and also for me. We reported and wrote many stories about the Colombian Caribbean, and it was such an amazing experience for my students that some of them actually became environmental journalists. I believe this road that has been important for me and very meaningful started because of the first doors that EJN opened for me. So I'm very thankful with the organization and with the whole team. I wish you a very happy anniversary and all the success in the projects to come.
There's a very interesting story I never forget about EJN and me. Actually, in 2009, they were here to host a workshop on climate change. I knew it at the last hour, so I talked to a local organizer and said I need to be there, but he said it's already full. So I went to the venue half an hour before and then told him about the importance and me getting that opportunity to really engage on that workshop. He managed to accommodate me, and that is where my journey with EJN started. In the last 10 years, I was able to train hundreds of journalists in South Asia and abroad, and I have done hundreds of articles from around the world. It was an amazing experience. So I would like EJN to grow and grow and grow, and it is a happy moment to share, and would like to say happy 15th anniversary to EJN. Cheers, guys!
I've been in collaboration with the Internews Earth Journalism Network since the launch of the Climate Change Media Partnership, and that was 12 years ago. It's also through EJN that the Philippine Network of Environmental Journalists was established in 2010. Since then, hundreds of journalists were given the right resources, motivation, and support to report more on environmental issues. Most of them actually were given exemplary recognition over the past few years. It was encouraging to see journalists taking the initiative to strengthen environmental journalism in the Philippines, highlighting climate resilience and, of course, other environmental issues. So, way to go, EJN.
I was chosen for the CCMP fellowships in 2010. I was to COP15 in Cancun. It was a great experience for my whole career.
I was a fellow at COP21, and it was a great experience to both learn and cover one of the most important climate events.
Hey, so many achievements of Claves 21 wouldn't have been possible with the help, support, and collaboration from EJN.
Well, thanks to EJN, we started Claves 21 in Argentina with Damián, and I started as a fellow at COP in Lima and then moved as a mentor in other COPs. So part of my career was thankfully developed thanks to EJN.
Felices 15 años.
Felicidades.
Felices 15 años.
Argentina.
Muchos más.